Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones.
And I'm Peter Dubois. First tonight, winter weather is heading our way tonight. Some of you may already be seeing it.
We expect inches of snow at least and gusty winds as well over the next day or two. So let's get right to a first check of our forecast.
All right, Beth, thank you. Happy Wednesday. Your first weather is brought to you by Scott's Recreation with offices in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono. And yes, quite a day today. A pretty quiet day, but now the snow is moving back in, and we have winter storm warnings and winter weather advisories to get through, not just tonight, but through tomorrow into Friday with a long-duration snow event on the way. So again, a little bit of sunshine earlier gave way to cloud cover. It's cloudy out there now, and the snow is not too far behind, right over here. And it's quite a system, lots of moisture, lots of energy in the atmosphere. It's going to bring us several waves of snow beginning tonight, throughout the day tomorrow, and then getting in here really late tomorrow night as well. All right, our forecast then for tonight, though, is clouding over, some snow showers out there, a 2 to 4 inch snowfall before sunrise tomorrow, with low temperatures in the teens. Your full forecast is coming up. Beth?
Alrighty, Jeff, thanks so much. If you have an early departure tomorrow morning, you want to be cautious there.
Absolutely, lots to keep in mind. Meanwhile, Howland's former select board chair abruptly resigned from her position during Tuesday's town meeting. Matthew Jurancic has that story.
Tonight, I offer my written resignation from the chair and the Howland Board of Select Persons effective immediately.
For the past few months, Tammy Colbath felt like she was being disrespected by her fellow select board members. During Tuesday's meeting, she made that clear prior to a planned executive session to discuss removing her from her position.
When I received the board agenda and I saw the executive session, I went and asked, what was the executive session about? And it was about me.
That's when she made the decision to resign.
It just doesn't feel like there's a lot of respect. And it was funny. They thought it was funny, and I made light of it, and I asked them not to do that again, and they did it every week anyway. So it's like, that feels discriminatory to me.
Colbath outlined a variety of reasons for leaving. She says that there was a lack of respect for her that ranged from joking during the meetings to overstepping.
Times when I would run meetings and I'd be interrupted and pushed meeting time, like there's a set way to close a meeting or open a meeting, and they'd jump in and do it for me, and I'm like, that's not my job. That's my job.
Fellow board members like town manager David Lloyd were stunned by Colbath's decision.
It was a surprise to me, not what I expected. I did not expect the chair to resign from the board last night. I'm still kind of surprised by it. I really am.
When asked about why the select board was going to hold an executive session to discuss Colbath, Lloyd had no comment. Colbath says going forward, the town needs to do a better job of understanding what the residents of the town want rather than doing what they want.
That really opened up the eyes of a lot of taxpayers that they don't have enough voice or they don't give their voice. And we're supposed to be getting that.
In Howland, Matthew Jurancic reporting for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, warning for any sensitive viewers, the content you are about to see could be upsetting to our more sensitive viewers. A 6-year-old girl from Chesterville is now recovering in a Boston hospital after she was attacked by a dog. Lily Norton was attacked by the dog on Saturday and underwent 11 hours of surgery on her face. She received more than 1,000 stitches to close her wounds. Lily is in critical condition and faces a lengthy recovery. A GoFundMe page has been established to help raise money for her family. They say they're expecting to make many trips between Maine and Boston while their daughter recovers, and the money raised will help cover their expenses.
Meanwhile, $1 billion in low-income home energy assistance funding was released by the Biden administration today, and Maine will get $6.5 million for its LIHEAP fund. Earlier this month, Senator Susan Collins and Senator Jack Reed of Rhode Island led 32 senators in sending a letter to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services Secretary urging the allocation of the money. Senator Collins said, quote, "Many Mainers, particularly low-income families and seniors, are struggling with the high cost of energy to keep their homes warm. I strongly advocated for these increased funds and pushed for their swift release to help prevent vulnerable Mainers from having to make the impossible choice between paying for heat and paying for food or medicine," end quote.
In Bangor, members of the public had the chance to speak out tonight on the revised Tenants' Rights Ordinance, which was recently added to the City Council's most current draft implementation plan. The plan focuses on addressing housing insecurity in Bangor and ensuring fair renting practices for both tenants and landlords. If approved, the ordinance will require a 60-day notice of any rent increase, limit the cost of screening fees to $75, and eliminate rental application fees entirely. One Bangor renter argued that tenants don't have as many rights as landlords regardless of the proposed ordinance and is in favor of the proposed changes. Many who spoke, though, expressed concerns of possible unnecessary punishments being levied against property owners.
I also disagree with the not being able to have an application fee and only being able to charge those successful applicants. I think it's important to be able to do those screenings on all the applicants to see what their backgrounds are and run those credit checks.
The new policy punishing the masses for the few, and is it a Band-Aid or is it actually a fix?
I hope you do not pass ordinances that are going to cause more places to have red placards put on them because the landlord cannot afford to keep up with mortgages and expenses.
The councilors did make preliminary changes to some of the language in the ordinance. However, they were unable to come to an agreement on whether to waive screening fees for applicants. Further modifications are possible when they do a second reading of the ordinance on Monday night.
2 people are facing charges after police searched a home in Milford Tuesday. Police say 51-year-old Cindy McVicker and 21-year-old Jonathan McDonald were arrested for unlawful possession of scheduled drugs. The Penobscot County Sheriff's Special Response Unit searched a home on the Bradley Road in Milford at around 3 p.m. Homeland Security and a number of other departments assisted in the search. Officials say the investigation remains ongoing.
Well, a local health care provider is looking to fill several volunteer positions. Our Devin Dagnalt explains.
Northern Light is in search of volunteers for their Caring Call Center, Pathfinders program, and hospice.
We're looking for emotional stability, but people that move from a center of kindness and compassion. That's what we're looking for.
According to the Northern Light volunteer coordinator, Sarah Cody, all of the volunteer programs offer an extensive multi-week training program that only requires a few hours of commitment each week. And for anyone with an especially compassionate heart, the Pathfinders coordinator, Jane Corman, says a lot of program volunteers are people who experience some form of grief themselves and are looking to help others through the process.
Those people have a tendency to want to get involved, to give back, but you don't have to have that kind of background. You can just be compassionate and interested in helping kids who are suffering.
The Caring Calls program manager, Cynthia Smith, says that those who volunteer through any of the programs often find the whole experience incredibly rewarding.
You know, to come in and do this call, you leave feeling so much better. And the volunteers, the participants get something out of it, but the volunteers really do too. They know they're making a difference in the life of the folks we call.
Smith says that there is no experience needed prior to the training to volunteer. According to Cody, the next in-person home hospice training session will be on April 6th.
If you're interested in learning more about how to volunteer at Northern Light Home Care and Hospice, visit us on the web at www.northernlighthealth.org/HCH-volunteer.
In Bangor, Devin Dagnall, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, as part of LD 2001, a joint group of stakeholders was put together in 2022 to develop a plan to keep the services provided by Maine Veterans Homes afloat without compromising services or closing any of the 6 homes throughout the state. That group drafted an independent report which compared staffing and other comprehensive goals between local facilities and what's happening on a national scale. The report showed unanimous agreement that the findings and recommendations reached were all in the best interest of veterans and would help to achieve financial stability within the operation of Maine Veterans Homes. The report is being presented to the legislature and governor for consideration.
Both the quality of care that our organization is known for, but also the importance of that care throughout the state of Maine. And so everyone involved is very committed to that ongoing success.
Maine Veterans Homes says they are committed to caring for Maine's veterans, and they're eager to continue the discussion to reach solutions that will allow them to do so for years to come.
Well, Kennebec County officials are considering how to move forward after news of a big change in how emergency communication is handled. Our David Ledford has the story.
Somerset County has announced that it will no longer answer 911 calls for Kennebec County, starting at the end of June. The change will impact 16 municipalities across the Kennebec County region, all but the town of Benton, which is covered by Fairfield. Communications and Emergency Management Director for Somerset County, Michael Smith, says that more than half of the emergency calls they receive come from Kennebec County, which factored into the decision.
We have a responsibility to, the taxpayers of Somerset County who are going to be calling, and to the first responders of Somerset County who rely on this center to be their lifeline, and that's where we need to place our responsibilities.
Smith says staffing shortages at the Somerset County Public Safety Answering Point have made it difficult to handle all the calls. Augusta Police Chief Jared Mills says this is an issue he's seen across Maine.
We're experiencing staffing shortages. I know everybody else in the state is as well, like with most jobs, if you will, that are out there. So this dispatching is not exempt from that. It's a very difficult job to do, and it's hard to find folks willing to do that job.
Kennebec County Emergency Management Director Art True says officials are working to find solutions before the end of June. Some options under consideration include creating a new county-level dispatch center and working with existing ones. True says that if a solution is not found, Maine's Regional Communication Center in Augusta will take on the call load.
Emergency communications, that is a backbone to all of our emergency services. No decisions have been made. No decisions will be made until we have the information and have legitimate short and long-term plans that can sustain our county.
David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
And just a quick note that Kennebec County officials want to remind people that no matter what happens, when you dial 911, someone will be there to pick up the phone and help.
Definitely some reassurance for community members there.
Absolutely.
And still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, we'll tell you about a new housing project the Bangor Planning Board approved today.
And we'll also tell you about some changes at the Coal Land Transportation Museum. Those stories and more local news, of course, when we come right back.
Here at Black Fly Coffee Company, quality will never be compromised. No matter what type of coffee you choose, whether it's hot, iced, or frozen, you can feel confident that our products are the highest caliber. We're here to assist you with your morning cup of joe, along with your mid-afternoon pick-me-up. And while here, grab a pastry for a snack. We always have fresh pastries available from a local business right here in the area. We look forward to meeting you soon.
It's the Toyota Washington's Birthday Sales Event at your all-wheel drive headquarters, giving you, for a short time only, cash-saving deals. Right now, you could save up to $1,100 cash with low 3.99% financing on most four-wheel drive Tacoma models. And every Tacoma comes with 2 years no-cost maintenance and more. Hurry to the Toyota Washington's Birthday Sales Event for cash-saving deals, only at your New England Toyota dealer, your all-wheel drive headquarters. Toyota, let's go places.
It is said that the eyes are the windows into the soul, which begs the question, can a window have a soul? At Renewal by Andersen, we think so. When it's a window forged from fibrings and over 100 years of refined craftsmanship, the essence of who we are transforms into a superior, stunningly beautiful window. So yes, a window can have a soul. For a limited time, take advantage of this great offer. Find out why we are the better way to a better window. Renewal by Andersen.
We're coming up there! See you never!
Gordon Ramsay does not do losing.
Hurry up! Hurry up! We on Next Level Chef, baby.
Next Level Chef, Thursday on Fox.
You can join Fox 22 and ABC 7 online at foxbangor.com. Be a part of the conversation on Twitter and join our Facebook family at Fox ABC Maine. Follow, like, watch. Download the new Fox Bangor app from the App Store or Google Play and get your news anytime, anywhere.
Catholic churches across the state held annual Ash Wednesday ceremonies, as well as today a donation collection to help bring hope to Ukraine. This year, at all masses, there was a special effort taking place to jointly benefit churches in Ukraine. The collection efforts have taken place for 3 decades overall and have benefited churches in 28 different nations which have suffered from disaster or oppression. When the war in Ukraine started nearly a year ago, aid was immediately sent to the country by Catholics in the U.S. and throughout the U.S. Bishops' collections for churches in Central and Eastern Europe as well.
Officials have green-lighted a project that could add housing options to the area. The Bangor Planning Board unanimously approved a project that will turn a Bangor mobile home park into a tiny home park with 34 properties.
I'll take a raise of hands. All in favor, raise your right hand. Any opposed? That's none. And so that has passed. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The park will be located on Hammond Street and aims to offer some relief to Bangor's housing shortage. The homes are designed to be put together quickly, and construction is slated to begin this fall and finish up in the spring of 2024.
Well, the Coal Land Transportation Museum may be closed, but volunteers are hard at work preparing for the museum's opening. A handful of volunteers spent part of their day constructing a roof over the blacksmith shop inside the museum. This spot is a visitor favorite where folks can learn more about the special work produced by blacksmiths.
And I tell the kids that this is a very hard job. It was a lot of work to it. It was hot, and it was just have a lot of knowledge on metal and how hard it can be to move it and shape it and so forth. Yeah.
Well, the Coal Land Transportation Museum opens for the season May 1st.
And with most Maine students on vacation this week, many parents are looking for ways to keep their kids entertained while also trying not to be bored themselves. Well, according to the owner of Maine Mixology, Erica Martin Booker, her business is not only offering a unique sensory experience for children, but also a sense of community for all of the parents as well.
Yes, it's very important to me that we give not just families, but moms in general, a place to come and feel safe, to be able to talk about how they're feeling, and also just to let their kids have fun without feeling like they need to run after them and, protect them from all of the world's dangers and whatnot.
And to end the February break, Mixology Maine will be hosting a luau all day on Sunday, February 26th. And just looks like so much fun to be had there.
And a luau, perfect timing. I mean, on the heels of some really cold temperatures,
right.
Additional snow in the forecast. Let's pretend we're in Hawaii.
Yeah, exactly. Why
awesome.
not, right? Who needs warm weather and beaches? Right. I mean, we have the beach. It's just
order
maybe
some pineapple pizzas.
Yeah, there you go.
You're all good.
Sounds like a good plan right there.
It does. All right. I come up with good plans sometimes. Well, coming up on the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22, we'll have the latest developments from the toxic train derailment in Ohio.
And we'll also have an early look at the 2024 presidential candidate field. We'll have those stories and more as the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22 continues.
The Quirk Subaru Washington's birthday sales event is here. Get 3.9% financing when you purchase select 2023 models. It's your Subaru. Find it at Quirk.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, depend on the knowledge and experience of Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner since 1953.
It's your journey. Own every mile in an available H-Track all-wheel drive Hyundai SUV.
Lease an all-wheel drive 2023 Tucson for $239 a month or get 0% APR for 48 months. See your Bangor Hyundai dealer.
When Natural Living Center wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. Natural Living Center offers natural groceries, organic produce, the largest selection of supplements in the area, gluten-free products, and more for your health.
There are so many fun things to do in Maine. Now you can enjoy more for less. Check out Half Off Fun from foxbangor.com.
Bangor Brewer bowling lanes on Wilson Street in Brewer, featuring 24 lanes of candlepin bowling and a big arcade room where kids can win great prizes. Glow bowling on Saturday nights from 7 until closing. Bring your entire family. A fun entertainment for all ages.
There's a limited supply available. It's on sale right now. Save with Half Off Fun from foxbangor.com.
It's your car, it's your SUV, it's your truck. Experience the pre-owned difference with a huge selection of over 500 used vehicles at Quirk Motor City Used Vehicle Center, 377 Hogan Road, Bangor. It's your car. Find it at Quirk Motor City.
There's one number you need to know. It's called Joe.
While President Biden was in Europe, his predecessor and possible future challenger made a visit to the scene of the toxic Ohio train derailment. Of course, we're referring to former President Trump, who was in East Palestine, Ohio, where the derailment took place and has devastated the community. The event precedes a long-awaited visit from the current president's transportation chief. Fox's Mike Tobin now with more.
The Department of Transportation announced Secretary Pete Buttigieg will visit East Palestine, Ohio, Thursday, almost 3 weeks after the train derailment that released hazardous chemicals into the air, ground, and water here.
It's way late in the game. I talked to Secretary Buttigieg, and I told him, leaders show up, and he hasn't been here. And that is sending a big signal to this community that the administration just really doesn't care.
The slow response by the Biden administration created an opportunity for former President Donald Trump to show up, hauling cleaning supplies and bottled water.
Somebody has to do something for those people, I said back. When I announced that I was coming, they changed their tune. It was an amazing phenomenon.
In 2017, a train derailed in Washington state, killing 3 people and injuring 70. Trump's transportation secretary, Elaine Chao, did not make a personal visit. And Democrats point out that Trump rolled back an Obama-era rule requiring electronically controlled braking on cars carrying crude oil, although that rule would not have applied to the cars hauling vinyl chloride in this train wreck. The mayor of East Palestine wants to strip the politics away and get back to clean, safe, small-town living.
We don't want to be political pawns. We don't want, we don't want to be a soundbite or a news bite. We just want to go back to living our lives.
The EPA says the work at the derailment will now transition from emergency response to remediations, ordering Norfolk Southern to clean up all the contamination, including everything from the soil and water to home and business cleaning services. And we will soon get some information about what caused or at least led up to the train wreck, as the National Transportation Safety Board is set to release preliminary findings on Thursday. In East Palestine, Ohio, Mike Tobin, Fox News.
And again, that update coming tomorrow when the NTSB releases its actual preliminary report on that catastrophic derailment.
Well, there's just under a year to go now before the first ballots will be cast in either the Republican or Democratic presidential primaries. The field is still small, but the names of those officially in and those tiptoeing around an announcement are growing. Fox's Lauren Blanchard is in Washington with more.
The race for the White House is on, with some officially in and others testing the waters. In Iowa, Senator Tim Scott is doing everything except announcing a run.
We need new leaders who will lift us up, not tear us down.
After officially launching her campaign, Republican Nikki Haley has traveled to 3 early voting states, Iowa, New Hampshire, and South Carolina. Republican entrepreneur Vivek Ramaswamy also jumped in, and former President Trump rallied with his supporters in East Palestine today, the Ohio town dealing with the aftermath of a toxic train crash.
Have a good time, everybody.
For Democrats, the field is still empty. Self-help author Marianne Williamson has teased a major announcement next weekend, but there are others waiting in the wings if the incumbent decides not to run. However, President Biden still has not said what he'll do.
He's focused on business. He's focused on the economy. He's not focused on running. And we're ready to run with Joe Biden.
And there may be a strategy for why the president has not announced yet.
The longer he is seen as president and the shorter the period of time he's seen as a candidate, the shorter the period of his vulnerability and the greater the opportunity to build a strong base before he becomes yet another politician.
According to an NPR Marist poll, President Biden's approval rating among adults is at its highest in almost a year. In Washington, Lauren Blanchard, Fox News.
Well, a baby formula manufacturer is recalling some of their batches. The maker of Enfamil says 145,000 cans of their Pro-Sobi Simply plant-based infant formula are potentially contaminated. The Chronobacter bacteria in question can lead to illness or death in infants. No cases of illnesses linked to the formula have been reported yet. The company says they are no longer using the supplier where the possible contamination was found. Consumers can return their case of the recalled formula to the place of purchase for a full refund. So definitely need to check your shelves if you think you've purchased some of that formula.
Absolutely. As we look outdoors too, some of our areas, or some of the places in our municipalities in our area rather, are probably seeing that snow coming down now.
They are indeed, and we're going to get a lot more detail on what we can expect, what's coming our way with Jeff's full 5-day.
After a quiet day today, snowfall arrives back tonight and throughout the day tomorrow, really into Friday morning. The snow could be heavy at times. Those details for you when I come back.
They're relentless! It's starting to feel extremely targeted!
That one really likes you! Animal Control, this Thursday on Fox.
The housing market is a constant crazy space, and in 2022, make sure you are the first to the closing table and get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience today.
If you've been injured in an accident, get Maine's most recognized personal injury law firm working for you today. The law offices of Joe Bornstein, fighting and winning for injured Mainers for nearly 50 years. Selected best lawyers in America for personal injury, recognized for professional excellence. With more than $500 million collected for injured Mainers and over 25,000 victories for Maine families. Call Joe for a free case evaluation and get the Bornstein Advantage.
Let's face it, getting training and experience is hard, but at Loring Job Corps we can help. From certifications in automotive technology, obtaining your CDL, or learning building trades, we have you covered. Maybe you prefer joining the high-tech world of computer networking or cybersecurity. We have that as well. Don't delay, get in the driver's seat to your future today. And the best part, Loring Job Corps is free. Receive free training, free meals, and even free housing. Call or go to jobcorps.gov/Loring. Job Corps careers begin here.
From the land to the sea, Chase's Family Restaurant is the place to be.
Are you looking for a place to unwind after a long day?
Then come check out our Hideaway Lounge.
With a bar that's both upbeat and laid back. And it's the perfect atmosphere for anyone who wants to unwind after work.
Or kick it up for the weekends with daily drink specials and a full dinner menu.
You can fill up on a good time any night of the week.
Thank you for being a part of our family.
Here at Chase's Family Restaurant.
This November, you'll vote on a costly scheme to radically change Maine's electric grid. Pine Tree Power would create a quasi-governmental-owned utility. It puts partisan politicians in charge of electricity and will cost Mainers $13.5 billion. It will mean higher electric bills, and proponents have no plan to improve reliability or service. Vote no on the costly electric scheme. It's a bad idea for Maine.
Don't spin out or crash while trying to buy your new home this year. Contact the Next Homie today. Get looped and get sold, and let Next Home Experience get you to the finish line.
Here we go. Your full weather is brought to you by Diversified Ink Tattoo Studio in Penobscot Plaza in Bangor, providing custom lifestyle artists for over 20 years. And all right, so for us, let's start here. The advisories are up. This is a winter storm warning for snow and a winter weather advisory for snow as well. That snow arrives for us tonight and continues off and on through tonight, through tomorrow, into early parts of Friday. What to expect going forward? Well, yeah, here it is, right? Some more snow tonight, tomorrow, and Friday. Heavy at times, wind gusts near 30 miles per hour will blow and drift the light, fluffy snow. It's going to be a big storm as well, so regional impacts with that. And then cold air settles in too. We could have low temperatures tomorrow night flirting with 0. Out there today, some sunshine earlier gave way to lots of cloud cover. Now, the snow is not too far behind. In fact, it's right here, moving in our direction. There's lots of moisture with this, lots of energy in the atmosphere. It's going to bring us some snow. The heaviest snow, though, will likely back off to our west tonight and throughout the day tomorrow, and it likely will stay there as well. But still, we're going to get some snow around here and likely travel-disrupting snow as this whole system slides our direction. And there's more behind that. We're still in that very active pattern around here, as you know. So Futurecast shows tonight. So here's 1 o'clock in the morning, snow just back off to our west. That overspreads the area overnight tonight. It could be locally heavy by sunrise tomorrow. 2 to 4 inches of snow overnight tonight will slow your roll tomorrow morning, and then a break in the action probably for a few hours tomorrow evening before the next batch of energy gets in here tomorrow night. Here's 8:30 tomorrow evening, more snow moving back in, and that snow could be locally heavy into Friday morning, and then it gets out of here by Friday evening. But overall, this could be a 6 to 10 inch snowfall for most locations heading into Friday, with more as you go back off to the west of us. So overall, here we go. We could use some more snow. It still is February, and we are getting that snow in the forecast for us tonight through Friday. Down the road, though, around the corner, you can see we have more snow in the forecast for us, not just tonight, tomorrow, into Friday, but also probably late Sunday into Monday, with another system getting in here then. And our snowpack took a hit, right, down to an inch here in Bangor, much more as you go north and west. So we'll be adding to this the next couple of days around here, with temperatures today above freezing in Bangor, but not so much anymore. We're really going to cool off tonight and throughout the day tomorrow, with temperatures getting stuck in the teens. Our forecast then tonight, though, is lots of clouds out there, snow developing, low temperatures down near 10, a 2 to 4 inch snowfall overnight tonight. For tomorrow, we're talking about snow, scattered snow showers, heaviest in the morning, a break through the afternoon with high temperatures. You're going to feel that of 17 tomorrow with a gusty northwest wind. And then looking ahead, your 5-day forecast shows that snow tomorrow into Friday morning. I have 20 on Friday, a low near 6 below. Saturday, 14, 23 Sunday with more snow in the forecast late Sunday into Monday. Beth?
All righty, Jeff, thanks so much. Well, fasten your seatbelts, folks, because Fast Break is coming up. All of the tourney coverage coming your way.
Absolutely. We'll have scores, highlights, and analysis after the break, so stay with us.
When Booth Electric and United Energy want to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. Stay in your comfort zone with Booth Electric and United Energy, Maine's trusted heat pump and electrical company. When it comes to winter footwear, warmth, waterproof, and safety matter most. Take the drive today to Comfort Shoes and More in Newport and discover the latest in winter boot technology. We've got boots rated from -60 to 0 degrees Fahrenheit to keep your feet warm in any weather. Check out the new materials guaranteed to keep your feet dry. Relieve the anxiety of slipping and falling this winter with the new Navitech with grippers built right into the sole. Just flip it and clip it and you're ready to go. Be prepared this winter. Take the drive today to Comfort Shoes and More in Newport.
Everyone loves winter fun, and you can take it even farther in a Honda. Experience the season's joys and conquer its challenges with Snow Mode, standard on all Honda SUVs and truck. Honda, Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Overall Brand for 2022. Visit your local Honda dealer where new vehicles are arriving daily. Buy online or reserve from select Honda dealers.
Great things are always cooking at the Ground. New menu, new specials, with an amazing variety of choices for every taste. Good times, great service, and amazing food. Only at your locally owned Ground, Odland Road, Bangor.
At Hood, our love for New England inspired New England Creamery. We make it with premium Hood milk and cream, then we overload it with the good stuff. Like Green Mountain Mint chip with a rich, fudgy swirl. Maine Sweet Blueberry with real delicious blueberries. And Cape Cod Fudge Shop, packed with fudgy truffles. Hood's New England Creamery, from Hood, for New England. Try all 13 flavors.
After the events of Elimination Chamber, who remains on the road to WrestleMania? An all-new Friday Night SmackDown, live at 8 Eastern, 7 Central, on Fox.
Welcome in to Fast Break Tournament Edition, brought to you by Dorsey Furniture and Coastal Auto Parts, your local Napa Auto Parts dealer.
Welcome back into Fast Break Tournament Edition. Tyler Cruz here, solo dolo on the desk tonight while Ryan Sudol is in Augusta. Our sponsors are Coastal Auto Parts and Dorsey Furniture. They are making it all happen. With the snow canceling all of Thursday, we had a wicked busy Wednesday, showing my New England accent there. 14 games to get to. We will start at the Cross Center, but first, let's look at some brackets. Starting with Class B girls, they kicked off our day at 9 a.m. with Ellsworth and Caribou, followed by Old Town and Holton. Old Town looking to get to their second straight Class B North title game. Ellsworth and Caribou both were not in it last year. Over to the boys' semifinals matchups now. Ellsworth and Old Town, they were at 1:30. Orono and Presque Isle right before them at noon. Orono and Ellsworth trying to get back to that title game. Presque Isle and Old Town trying to pull off those upsets. So some real good matchups to be played. Some teams, like we said, looking to get to their second straight regional final. Some teams looking for their first berth in a while. Let's go to one of those teams, starting with the 9 a.m. game. Ellsworth and Caribou, the 3 and the 2. They're fighting for a spot in the finals. Here they are warming up on the floor. Early start. Vikings with it. Madeline Dupree. She's going to get to the free throw line, knock down the tough jumper in traffic. Still early now. On to Ellsworth. Morgan Clifford forces a Vikings turnover. Up ahead to Abby Raydell. She finds Lily Bean. She finishes the fast break. Second quarter, Eagles would break away. Grace Jaffray takes it herself to the hole on the fast break. And then in the second half, it was more of the same. Elizabeth Bowles left open for 3. She hits it. Ellsworth wins 70-51.
We need to keep playing for each other. We won this game as a team, and I was really proud of us because we struggled a little bit in the beginning of the season doing that, but this was a really good game for us.
Regional final in 31 years. Down to the last B-girls semifinal matchup. Old Town, number 5, Holton, battling to meet Ellsworth early on. Michaela Emerson finds on the elbow, buries that deep 3 right there. And then we go to the end of the second quarter. It's Danica Brown from the corner. She's going to bury it at the buzzer. The Coyotes are pumped. Old Town up big at the half. Third quarter, Holton trying to get going. Nice move here. Gets around the D for the tough 2. Old Town was just too much, though. Here's Gabrielle Cody inside to Sage Evans. Gets it to go. Coyotes win 61-34.
Definitely defense. We talked a lot about just communication and how hard we're going to work on D at practice. So defense wins championships, you know what they say. So just working hard on D. That's what got it done today.
All right, defense paid off there. To the boys now. Orono trying to advance to their second straight regional final. In the way is Presque Isle. First quarter, hot start for those Riots. Will Francis off the offensive glass, out to Pierce Walston. 3-ball corner pocket. Then here they are again. Walston's going to poke it free. Francis sends it up, and that's going to be an easy 2 on the break. Let's go to the second half now. Wildcats, they would storm back. This 3-ball is going to bring that Orono lead to just single digits. But then in the fourth quarter, the Riots would hang on. Francis gets the steal, gets the bucket to go, the hoop and the harm. His brother is pumped, as he should be. And then the finishing touches, the Euro step. Strut your stuff, young man. Let's watch him on the walk back. There we go. Orono wins it 42-31.
Our chemistry has been great. It's really locked in by the end of the season. Our skill guys are going to work. Last game in the quarterfinals, Noah Schaff put up some good numbers, some good rebounds. He did his work. Will tonight did his work, hit some threes, which is atypical. So it was really nice for some other guys to step up tonight, and we did what we needed to do.
All right, and now to the final Class B semifinal matchup of the day. Top-ranked Ellsworth and number 4 Old Town battling for that last final spot. First quarter, Ellsworth starts hot. Here's Chance Mercier on the mid-range. Count it, plus the foul. Get up and dust yourself off, young fella. Here's Mercier again from Miles Palmer. Watch this. Switches hands on the lay-in to get past the defense. He had 25 in the first half. Ellsworth led by 16, but here comes Old Town. Grayson Tebow shows off the handles, gets to a spot, and knocks it down. And then it's Braden Brown, gets into the lane for a tough 2. That made it just a 3-point game late, but Ellsworth was too much. Here's a very tough shot from Mercier. He banks it home. Ellsworth hangs on to win 60-55. Chance had 38.
I think paint touches work for us pretty well. Keep the lead. We got to slow the ball down. We just got to settle for layups and not three-pointers, which second half we kind of came out a little slow. That first half, though, we came out gunning, and I'm just happy we got the win. I'm a little bruised up, you know. I like to give my heart every time I'm out there because you don't know when it could be your last game. So I like to go out there and play as hard as I can.
Chance Mercier this tournament. Might as well want to check him out this weekend. Let's take a look at those championship matchups, starting with the girls. Old Town and Ellsworth will battle for a trip to the state finals game. Again, Ellsworth's first regional finals game since 1992. Then over to the boys we go. Same matchup as last year. Number 1, Ellsworth. Number 3, Orono. Orono looking to get their revenge on those Eagles. Winner goes to the state finals. I am so excited for that Orono and Ellsworth rematch. And Ellsworth girls look like they have something to prove, but Old Town, they've been lights out all year. That's also going to be a good one. Let's go over to Class D now for those brackets as those semis tipped off later this evening. Let's start with the girls, Southern Aroostook and Deer Isle Stonington at the top. Southern Aroostook looking to get to yet another regional final, and then East Grand and Wisdom at the bottom. East Grand looking to keep that Cinderella story going. Over to the boys now. Southern Aroostook, again, they will play Bangor Christian, and then Skank and Machias will battle for the other final spot. So first we will go to the Class D boys, the 2-seed Machias and the 3-seeded Skank going at it. And this was a good one. Third quarter, Skank down. They're making a comeback. A deep 3 here from Nicholas Powers is nothing but net. On the other end now for the Bulldogs, Bobby Richardson gets it at the elbow, gets in the lane. Nice Euro step around the defender for 2. And then it was time for the senior 1,000-point scorer, Shane Feeney. Here he is getting to the lane for what he makes look like an easy 2. Trust me, that's not easy. And then more of the same in the fourth. Goes baseline, gets around the defender, gets it to go. Machias wins 61-42.
Well, when we came out, we knew they were gonna push me, and because battling inside, they wanted us to beat them outside. And Kaysen came in, and he knocked down shots and made him have to force out. And then my game started rolling for me inside.
All right, let's go to that final boys semifinal game here. Bangor Christian looking to upset Southern Aroostook. First quarter, defending champs out to a hot start. Nice pass from Drake Weston to Graham Siltz. Easy 2 for the big man right there. And now it's Camden Porter. Great beard, even better jumper. Buries the 3-pointer from the elbow. But Bangor Christian had a huge second quarter. Second chance goes out to Jalen Reed. He swishes a 3 of his own. And then here he is now. This is going to go to Conrad Straubel. His catch-and-shoot 3 is good. That would tie it at 14. Second half, Southern Aroostook, they would pull away, though. Dylan Burpee hits the corner 3 here. The Warriors survive the Patriots. They're going to win this one. 41-28 is the final. All right, to the Class D girls now. It's a Cinderella story in East Grand. They're looking to keep it rolling over Wisdom. Let's start in the first quarter. Wisdom out to a hot start. Ava Lerman gets in the lane, stops, pops, nails the floater right there. And then it's Abby Lerman. I'm assuming their sisters running the break, gets it to Lily Roy in the corner for 3. That one is money. Late in the first, here is East Grand with it. Second quarter, Isabella Cowger gets into the lane, floats it up, and gets it to go. But the Pioneers were just too much. In the second half, this goes to Olivia Willette down low. She gets it to go. Wisdom rolls to a big win, 54-20. All right, to the last girls game from the cross of the night. Southern Aroostook unbeaten in Class D play. Deer Isle Stonington, they are in the way. Mariners first. This one goes out to Macy Brown. She gets it at the top of the key, dribbles in, stops, pops, sinks the mid-range. She had 15 in the first half. Warriors now causing some defensive havoc. Madison Russell out to Cammie Shields. That's an easy lay-in right there. And then it's going to be the same thing. Defense into offense. Shields picks the pocket. She sends it down to Emily Landry on the bounce pass. Gets it to go with the left hand. Southern Aroostook would keep rolling all night. They win 55-26. They're headed to yet another regional final. All right, so the Warriors headed back to the regional finals. That could go for both brackets. This one is the boys. They will get Machias. That one is on Saturday. And then for the girls, the Warriors looking to repeat as double Class D North champs. They will play Wisdom. That one is at 9 a.m. That will do it for all of our action from the Cross Center today. Asterisk right there. Ryan Sudol joins us from Augusta up next with all of the Class A action, and we'll have some AA highlights as well. Stay with us.
Where will your new Chevy take you this year? Anywhere. Find new experiences. Find new roads. Get 2.99% financing for 5 years on all 2022 Silverado 1500 pickups, or get $1,250 cash allowance on this Silverado with a 2.7-liter engine. Plus, current Chevy owners get an additional $2,500 cash allowance.
Here at Black Fly Coffee Company, quality will never be compromised. No matter what type of coffee you choose, whether it's hot, iced, or frozen, you can feel confident that our products are the highest caliber. We're here to assist you with your morning cup of joe, along with your mid-afternoon pick-me-up. And while here, grab a pastry for a snack. We always have fresh pastries available from a local business right here in the area. We look forward to meeting you soon.
Behind every keepsake, there's a memory. Behind every photo, there's a story. Behind Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration, there's people giving back by bringing back what was thought to be lost. The details, the time, and the expertise, all packaged up behind a name that Mainers have trusted for over 35 years. Statewide commercial and residential services. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration. You keep the memories, we'll handle the rest.
Leona May's Antique and Gift Shop is now open in Newport. Our unique building is a converted 1800s single-family home that we've given a new life to. A home for treasures, from antiques, collectibles, unique gifts, and so much more. Come make the rounds throughout the many rooms on all 3 floors as you wander back in time, or find a unique gift that's perfect for that special someone or that hard-to-buy-for relative. So come visit us today. Leona May's Antique and Gift Shop, 147 Main Street, Newport.
Tonight's Sports is brought to you by Herman Motor Company. Whether you're looking for a new vehicle or to have your current vehicle serviced or detailed, Herman Motor Company has it all.
Welcome back in, everyone, to Fast Break Tournament Edition. I am Tyler Cruz, your host. We are sponsored by Coastal Auto Parts and Dorsey Furniture. Ryan Sudol is standing by in Augusta to break down the Class A North games. But before we do that, we had some AA action today from Portland. Let's start with that bracket. Oxford Hills and Hamden Academy girls going at it. The winner gets to the regional finals there. Bangor and Cheverus going at it in their second meeting of the year. Bangor won the first one back on opening night. Winner there goes to the finals. So let's get to that matchup. Bangor battling the defending state champ in the Cheverus Stags. Stags down 1 in the second here. Ruth Bowles gets it underneath for 2. And that's going to give the Stags the lead. Rams with some nice passing here. It's going to go to Carmen Maddox. She will lay it in. Rams were up by 3 at the half. The Stags would retake the lead in the third. Ruth Bowles again hits the turnaround J. Bangor hanging around, though. Here's Abby Quinn, the Bowdoin commit, down low. Gets the tough 2 to go through the contact, but the Stags would not to be denied. Maddie Fitzpatrick dominant in the paint. Cheverus is back in the regional finals after a 38-29 win. Hamden Academy squaring off against top-seeded Oxford Hills here. Cheerleaders out in action at the Cross Insurance Arena. Tied in the first, Vikings' Ella Pelletier. Nice move to the basket. Gets the floater to fall for 2. Vikings up 2 after 1. Second quarter now, and Ella picking up where she left off, hitting another nice runner here. Oxford Hills would lead by 4. Broncos hanging tough, though. Off the miss, Grace Laster. She's going to get the putback to fall, but the Vikings were just too strong. Maddie Miller with the rebound and the basket as the Vikings sail off to the regional finals with a 48-35 victory. All right, let's look at that updated bracket right now. Number 1, Oxford Hills. Number 2, Cheverus. In that regional finals, all chalk besides Hamden pulling off the upset over Windham there. Let's get back to me here. And down in Augusta is Ryan Sudol with 4 Class A North semifinal games, starting with the girls. ending with the boys. Those championship matchups are set. Let's roll through those A brackets before we send it down to Ryan. First, we have Brewer and, for the girls, Coney and Lawrence going at it, 3-2 matchup, Gardner and Nokomis. Gardner looking to get to the regional finals, Lawrence looking to get back to the regional finals. And for the boys now, Brewer and Coney. Brewer looking to get back to the regional finals, and then Skowhegan and Messalonsky. Messalonsky trying to keep that Cinderella story going. So without further ado, we will send it down to Ryan Sudol, who is standing by at Augusta Civic Center. Ryan, what's going on?
Hey, Tyler. As you can see, my hair doesn't look the best right now, but that's because I was doing a lot of this tonight. What is going on? Because there was a lot of stuff happening in these games that made you do that. 4 games, 2 semifinals for boys and girls tonight, and we're just going to kick it off with the first semifinal of the day. It was the girls' number 2 seed Lawrence against the 3 seed Coney. The first quarter of this one was all Bulldogs. Their 3-point shooting was on point, and their defense, as it was all season, was just stellar. 15-3 after 1. In the second, Coney would play even with them. Some nice 3-point shooting of their own. 29-19 Lawrence at the half. But in that second half, it was all Bulldogs. Lawrence would outscore Coney 39-18 in the second half as they showed how good they are under the basket too. Lawrence goes on to win it 68-37, and they move to the regional final.
It feels amazing. I mean, we've been there like 2 years in a row, so to get back there, hopefully third time's a charm.
Okay, now who will Lawrence play? It was decided between number 1 Gardner and number 5 Nokomis. This one was neck and neck to start as Nokomis was money from deep and would enter the second quarter with a 16-12 lead. Gardner would pull away just a tad in the second. Some shooting of their own from all over gave them a 31-26 lead at the half. Let's go to the fourth quarter. Nokomis would hang tough with Gardner and keep that lead at single digits towards the stretch. There you see Cam King inside. But in the end, it was the inside game of Lizzie Gruber, the St. Joe's commit, that would have Gardner pull away and win 60-48 to advance to the regional final.
We knew that Nokomis was going to come to play. We knew that we've had some great games with them. Throughout the season, we had 2 great games with them, and that we knew that's exactly how it was going to play out. It was going to be a close game right to the finish. We pulled it out, and yeah, it went great.
Okay, first boys semifinal of the night. Number 3 Skowhegan against number 7 Messalonsky. Skowhegan would be up 12-5 after 1, and the entire first half, the whole game really, it was their paint game that was the X factor. The LePage twins were going crazy under there tonight. That's their bread and butter. Skowhegan leads 20-14 at the half. In the third quarter, it looked like Messo could be threatening yet another upset. There you see 6'9" sophomore Merrick Smith. He took much of the load for the Eagles tonight, but in the end, it would be Skowhegan pulling away in the fourth quarter. 21-8 run to end the game. There's Patrick McKenney on the three-pointer. Skowhegan wins 54-34. They are regional finalists.
It feels amazing. We put a lot of hard work into this. Got a lot of doubters, so this feels great. We need to go and prove everybody wrong.
And then the nightcap. Number 1 seed Brewer against number 4 seed Coney. This one was insane. Brewer would score. I'm having trouble reading this because it's so crazy. 27 points in the first quarter. The threes were flying like crazy. Brock Flagg draining one there. More of the same in the second. Brady Saunders got in on the fun too. It would be 46-21 at the half. 2 players already in double digits for the Witches. In the third quarter, Coney would get some licks in. Brady Hopkins was great tonight for the Rams, but in the end, Brewer, with an A North record, 10 threes in the game, would win 83-36, a 47-point margin to stand there to punch their ticket in the regional final. That is absolutely unbelievable, and I talked to Evan Neto, who was the high scorer after the game, and he said that they expected that result, but not how it turned out. A 47-point win for Brewer. They will face Skowhegan, the 3 seed, in the regional final right here on Friday. And Lawrence and Gardner, the anticipated A North girls final, will be taking place here on Friday as well. Can't wait to bring all of that to you when it happens. But for now, back to you, Tyler.
Thank you for that, Ryan. Some real fun action down in Augusta. Hope you're enjoying the chicken tenders down there. That was a personal favorite of mine last year. Really looking forward to that Brewer-Skowhegan championship match. Skowhegan handed them their first loss earlier in the season. Let's look at these brackets, starting with the boys, as we just mentioned. Skowhegan and Brewer will battle for the right to be called the Class A North Boys Champion. And then for the girls, Gardner looking to pull off that perfect season. They will play number 2 Lawrence. Lawrence was a regional finalist last year. That's a rematch of the A North semifinals last year, where Lawrence came out on top to advance to play JC Christopher and Skowhegan. Just a little history there. We still have a little bit of fast break action for you coming up after this. You're not going to want to miss it. Stay with us.
Join us for the President's Day sales event at Quirk Ram in Bangor and Belfast. Lease the reliable Ram 1500 Warlock Quad Cab for $449 per month today. It's your Ram truck. Find it at Quirk.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, depend on the knowledge and experience of Hammond Lumber Company. Hammond's Home Planning Center will turn your ideas into accurate conceptual drawings, and 3D visualization is available. Your Hammond sales rep will prepare a materials list and cost estimate. And when you buy all of your materials from them, Hammond will refund all of your design fees. Hammond can deliver your order from any of their 22 locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner since 1953.
Roto-Rooter has served the greater Bangor area and beyond for 35 years, offering plumbing, hydrojetting, snaking, descaling, video inspection, and grease interceptor cleaning services. For all your residential and commercial clogs, call Roto-Rooter today, 990-1234.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Begin in the Pendleton Whiskey Buck and Shoot.
Ryan Solo has a lot of intensity.
The kick on this. Yeah. Get to the A's. Come on. All day long.
It's your journey. Own every mile in an available H-Track all-wheel drive Hyundai SUV.
Lease the 2023 Hyundai Santa Fe SE for $339 per month. It's your Hyundai. Find it at Quirk.
The NASCAR Cup Series takes on the controlled chaos of Fontana. Coverage begins Sunday at 2:30 Eastern on Fox.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. Usually we will shout out a special play, a special player at the end of the night, but we had a very special performance today. Not a lot of time left, so here is a montage of every single Chance Mercier highlight from today to take you guys out. Have a good night, folks.
For more local news coverage, switch over to our sister station, ABC7, right now for ABC7 News at 11.
LiftMaster is the #1 professionally installed garage door opener. Can alert you if you left it open and let you close it from most anywhere in the world. And where's the best place to get your LiftMaster?